Hello? Can you see me? No. There's something wrong with my screen. Can you see it? I can't actually see it. What's going on? It's weird. There's something wrong with my screen. That's so weird. Right, I'm going to stop streaming and I'm going to restart this. OB, stay online. I can see that it's streaming, but it's not streaming. Right, just stay online. Give me 2 seconds. It's going to disconnect and you might have to refresh. Okay. What the hell? All right, I think that's better. Can you? Is it okay? Oh my god, technical issues. Any feedback? Can someone tell me it's okay? Yeah, you're live and working. All right, cheers. All right, good afternoon, Raid Z. How's it going? Nice to see you. There's actually a few people here now. I guess everyone's like, "Oh my god, the bull market." we need to find out what's going on. Yeah. What can I say? As expected is one way of looking at it, or I don't know what else, how else you can look at it. We kind of expected this, and we're still it still takes you by surprise, doesn't it? So even though we're expecting the kind of the pump and the bull market and everything, it still takes you by surprise, doesn't it? Like, because it's been such a long time for us to have this kind of price action, this kind of price behavior for crypto. And effectively, I mean, we had it, but it wasn't like this, was it? Because now altcoins are all kind of going crazy, whereas before altcoins were bleeding into Bitcoin when Bitcoin was going up from the low of the bear market. We had the kind of an alt season here, like here, and then the alts bled all the way into Bitcoin. Then we had a little bit of an alt season here, and then we've basically had months of shit for altcoins, and most altcoins gave back their gains. And so we haven't had like the epic alt season, the one where a token can go 100x, all the tokens are doing 100x or something like that. And then mainly that has been because of ETH. So ETH has been bled dry, hasn't it? And that's really why we haven't had a great alt season, because ETH has been struggling. We had a couple of periods where ETH had a little pump, showed a little bit of strength, but actually it's been quite poor. It's been quite weak, and alt season really requires ETH to be strong. That's how you gauge the alt seasons. So yeah, so here we are now. I didn't really have much to say yesterday, to be honest with you. I think I said that just look at the altcoins and try and find ones which haven't moved yet. And as you can see, a lot of them have been popping. A lot of altcoins have been popping. I've been looking at them, and I mean, I look at my screen and suddenly, oh my god, it's up for 50%, it's up 40%. Like, what the fuck, you know? Take a little bit of profit, you know. Then look for some altcoins which haven't moved, buy some of that, and it's kind of fun, isn't it? Because actually what I've been suggesting to people, if you've been following my stream, is it's not a bad idea to very lightly leverage, very lightly, somewhere between 1.5 to 2x. Yeah, I would never go suggest anything more than that. You don't want a liquidation point. You don't want to have you don't want to be stressed. You don't want to go to bed and knowing that you could get liquidated, even if your liquidation point, let's say you have a liquidation point here, yeah, you just can't go to bed, because what happens if shit happens, you know, like what happens if that happens? You just don't know. Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want to experience that kind of liquidation. That's not peace of mind. So most traders, if they're not like doing proper trades, like calculated risk managed trades, would say in a bull market, you know, have a really low liquidation point. Personally, I think if your liquidation point's under 15k or 14k here, you're fine. Yeah, I think you're safe. Even if we do get a pullback, we're not going to go down to there. So for me, that my liquidation point is on my leverage. It's 0, infinity. I can't get liquidated because I'm very lightly leveraged. And the idea is that you leverage up, and then when you hit your targets, you deleverage, and then your spot position is just going up or down. Like, you're not really messing around with your spot positions, because with our spot positions, we're looking for higher time frame moves. Yeah, so when you look at Bitcoin now, when you look at it, it's only just broken out. I mean, you're not going to close all your spot positions now thinking this is going to go down. Like, no one in their right mind thinks this is going down. Yeah, no one, literally no one is looking at this and going, this is going down. Yeah, it doesn't mean we're not going to get pullbacks, but no one is like, we've just broken out. Literally, I don't think anyone is thinking down at the moment. And if people are shorting, then I think they're mental. Honestly, I think they're a little bit mental if you're shorting this market. For some reason, my volume is not showing. Oh, there it is. Right. So, I mean, there's no real way of, like, there's no right way of trading this. I think certain people have different kind of risk appetites. With a lot of coins, you can just buy and it will go up, and as long as you're taking a little bit of profit, and then you can buy the dips. So yesterday I was looking at Bitcoin. I mean, it's crazy because I marked the single prints and it just couldn't get down. We're just putting in higher lows, and then it just kept on going up. So it's really bullish, isn't it? You keep on putting higher lows and the dips are getting bought up. That's what's happening right now. You got some targets for where you would like the price to come and find support, but it's not even getting there. So we're finding it's really bullish price action. It's hard to chase the pump when you're looking for dips, because the gear is shifted. We're no longer consolidating on a multi-month range. We're no longer forming lower highs. Now we're forming higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. That's what's happening now. And, you know, I'm looking at the order flow. When I was looking at yesterday, there was bullish divergences, but really this was the dip. You see here, it was 5:15 yesterday. Let me show you on the order flow. 5:15, and there's no real way to know from this that this is going to be the pivot. Okay, you can't really tell. I can't see any bullish divergence in this kind of price action. When I'm looking at the orders here, I see some shorts, not many, not crazy amounts of shorts, but what you do get here is you get some shorts close. Yeah, you see these shorts are closing. Once the shorts close, the longs come in. It goes sideways for a while. This is quite bullish here. Look, this is quite bullish. I'll show you. CVD's going down, price is going up. So market selling and the price goes up. Can you believe that? Market selling and the price actually goes up. That's extremely bullish. Like, this is beyond bullish when you have CVD going down, when you have the price going up. It means people are market selling and the price goes up. And after that, you get this. See how bullish that was? Just that little bit. That was really the sign. I wasn't looking at it on my stream. I wasn't streaming, but this is extremely bullish. It happened at 11 p.m. last night. See, the price is going up, CVD's going down. Extremely bullish price action. And then look, we just had a little kind of crazy pump up. I can't see any bearish divergences now. I can't see any selling. This is a big take profit. You see this big, someone who had $33 million worth of leverage has closed their position. See, so they hit 80k, that was their big take profit. So someone's cashed in a very big way, and you've still got people longing in the highs. Look, this is a big long here. This was earlier on today at 11 a.m. Look at that, 2 million, 2.8 million, 2.3 million, 1.6 million. Lots of longs in the high. It's not a good place to long because because you could get liquidated. Like when you're longing like that, unless if you're using high leverage, you could get liquidated. And also it's like, where is your liquidation point? So I think lightly leverage is the way ahead, honestly. But really what you're looking for are pullbacks or to catch the lows. In this case, we're making higher lows, but it's, again, the bull market in a sense has just started, hasn't it? And my ideas of higher targets still apply. So let me just kind of go over the volume right now. We're going to have single prints in this push up here, so I have to look at those too. So let me do that as well. So that's the previous. So let me just kind of analyze the charts now. A little bit of commentary. Let me analyze the charts and let's just have a look. Let me kind of hide everything. Let me just kind of pull the volume first. Volume is really important. Let's get rid of that. That's a previous all-time high. We'll have a look at that. Bull market. Let's have a look at this bull market volume. Let's just see if there's any updates on the bull market volume. So basically taking from the bear market low to the current price. So no real changes there. You can see we're in price discovery. We're in low volume. We're in a low volume area, which means the price can move quite fast with quite low volume, comparatively low volume. Let's see overall volume. Let's have a look at that. And I'm using the Bybit inverse perpetual chart. No changes really. No changes there. We're basically into low, extremely low volume zone. Price discovery. The price could really go up fast if we start getting volume. And that's why this is quite exciting for a lot of people. It's the overall volume. No changes there really. Delete some of this stuff. It's amazing. A lot of this is irrelevant now because it's just previous. I should have almost redone my charts, but I like to look at previous information sometimes. Let's get rid of these. This previous analysis, I should just got rid of it. Okay. So higher range, that probably doesn't change because we've left the range, so there's no point looking at that anymore. So basically what I'm seeing is that all of these range volumes are pointless. One, two, three, four, five. Maybe see. I mean, it does look like that was the one, and this is the three. Three into price discovery. It does look like it, doesn't it? It looks like there, there. Five, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A small correction and then into the 3 pump. Let's get to the higher time frame. Defige. Yeah, Cardano ripped my face off this weekend. That's so funny. Don't lose your face. I'm gonna have a look at some of these channels. I'm actually cleaning my chart up as I analyze. I'm just getting rid of a lot of shit now. I like channels, so I'm gonna kind of have a look at those. I'm just kind of seeing what all this stuff is and basically getting rid of it. All these higher time frame levels are finished. I'm almost just I just get rid of it now and then restart because they're all gone now. These high time levels. I'm gonna have to redo that. Trend lines, all of these trend lines. Just get rid of those. I even had this vertical line on the 4th of November. You see where that look. So that was basically the US election. That was basically the verdict. It's interesting. SR flip. That was a nice SR flip. It was a fake out. Previous all-time high. We've got two previous all-time highs. Higher range volume levels. Pretty much defunct now, and all of these MPOCs are gone as well. And we've got these single prints. All right, so let me just first draw out these single prints because I think they're really important because people are looking to catch a pullback. Your safest entry is going to be a single print, okay? And so I'm going to have a look at the order flow on XO chart, and I'm going to just have a look at the single prints here. I have to refresh this again. You see that big single print that was created, this big massive gigantic single print? The price came back down, found support on the single print, and then it kind of pushed up, but it hasn't filled the single prints yet. There was no acceptance in the single print. We got a buying tail here, so you got a buying tail here kind of at the same place as the single print. You've got these lower single prints, and then the one that I marked earlier, that was a buying tail actually, and then there was one here which I marked down here, which was that single print. So these single prints are really good places to buy if the price comes back to test them. You've got some single prints here, so let me just mark these out. That's hey altcoin dreaming, how's it going? So we're looking for pullbacks, aren't we? And these are going to be the best places, and you basically what you're doing is you're buying either Bitcoin or altcoins as Bitcoin pulls back into these areas. These are the areas of support. Or swing failures of the lows, or you'll be looking to buy some bullish divergences at the lows. So these are kind of the single prints, and then you've got a buying tail there, but you've got single prints down there. So let me just mark these off. That's really it. I don't see anything here. Let's have a look at we've got a naked point of control from yesterday which hasn't been hit. I'm going to mark these down because I'm actually looking for a really nice pullback trade, which I'm looking for a leverage trade if I get that. So that's a daily naked point of control. I'm gonna have to mark these out. $74300. It's that one. It's too far down. 68700. They're too far down. That's daily. Let's have a look at weekly. That's too far down, not interested in that. And monthly, we're in the current month anyway. So yeah, the only ones we have are these ones, and then obviously you have session points of control. So we're just coming into this. Look, we're just finding some support on this London point of control, sorry, New York point of control now. And then we've got this single print here, this buying tail. There it is. What is that one? What session is that? That's the Asia session. So you have an Asia session point of control. Let me just mark that. Asia 78200. This one is it undefined? No, that's the closest one. So this is the closest one that we haven't hit, which is underneath these single prints, this Asia session point of control. All right, so these are untapped previous points of control, and what I'm going to do is just go back to my main chart and just put these numbers in. Yeah, the previous basically everything else is price discovery. We have the previous all-time high. We're going to put in these support levels, which are single prints and naked points of control as the price creates them, as the price goes up. And then we're going to have a look at fib retracement levels. So let me just mark these in now. Seven, 8, 3, 3, 0. 7, 8, 8, 5, 0. So you see it hit that those single prints, found support, bounced up. Yeah, so we're finding support on those single prints already. Got some lower down. 77570. Oh, Condream is telling me his ATAS. Edward Brealey. Will TRVL skyrocket because of Trump? Yeah, of course. Hey, Ed, how's it going? Edward Brealey is my nephew's cousin. Spamming lots of things, I see. Yeah, it will. Everything's going to skyrocket because of Trump. All right, let me just get back to the analysis. Which one was I on? 77750. We have a daily naked point of control. Mark that off. Can't find it. There it is. That is 76509. And another one at 74300. Much further down. All right, and that's our support levels really. And we have an Asian session point of control at 78200. Somewhere here. Seven, 8, 200. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. We'll put those in our inbox. All of this can be deleted now. They might still be there, but I mean, this is too low. I'm not really thinking now. I'm not really thinking that we're gonna lose the previous all-time high. At the moment, I'm not thinking like that, but it's definitely worth considering in the future, but not right now, because we're just showing extremely bullish price action, and we've just broken out higher range volume levels I'm not interested in, and then all of this stuff it's all old stuff, so I'm just going to get rid of it. What is that one? Keep it. I want to have a look at it. I like looking at those wave 4 corrections. Get rid of that. All right, it kind of cleaned up my charts a little bit. Let me have a look at Altcoin Dreaming's ATAS chart as well. We can have a look at that together. Oh, you've got a TPO point of control there. 764-100. Daily. TPO. I like the TPO park. What is that one? 76400. 76410. 76410. 76410. Let me mark that. It's kind of lower than this, isn't it? TPO park. So you've got quite a like naked daily and a TPO there. It's underneath these fingerprints. I think these fingerprints are going to hold. Right. Just have a look at these candles. Hello from Iran, the pharmacist. Salam. So if people don't know, I'm originally from Iran. Although I was born in the UK. I can speak Farsi, just about. So if someone comes from Iran, I'm going to say hi. You're watching YouTube from Iran. You must be using some kind of VPN. Huh? It's interesting because I was going to come to Iran, and then the flights got cancelled because of the attack, the Iranian attack on Israel. Candles? What do you mean by candles? Oh my god! What can I say? When someone asks you about candles, I don't know how I can help. Japanese candles. I'll post the link so you can just have a look for yourself. Yeah, it's a really simple link. You just go and have a look for yourself. Japanese candles. All right. Let me have a look at these candles. Like, look, these are really bullish candles. There's no doubt about it. These daily candles, look, upward consolidation and another breakout. Yeah. And so generally speaking, these wicks, the price, if it was bearish, the price would reverse. But you're putting higher highs, you're putting higher lows, and then you have another breakout, and then a continuation. And then when you're looking at the weekly time frame, when you're looking at this candle here, that's a fucking amazing candle. Look at that. Look at the volume. Look at the increase in volume. Clean break. And I would still like a back test of the previous all-time high. I mean, it would be very nice next week to get a back test, wouldn't it? Some kind of back test for continuation. Like you would want one, wouldn't you? But let's have a look at the monthly one. The monthly candle is a nice breakout. You see how we have a little back test on the monthly candle for the previous month high. Look at that. Really clean there. And so it's nice when you have these kind of wicks that go down, take liquidity, and then push up on these candles. And then when you look at the higher time frame candles, this is a really nice 3-month reversal in the highs. See that? Pull back down. It's a dragonfly doji, this 3-month candle, and then you have the buy up, This is really bullish. And then 6 month, on the 6 month candles, you've just got continuation. So when you look into the 6 month, look, it came all the way back pretty much there to the previous candle high, back tests and up. So continuation. All right, see you, pharmacist. Take care. Edward saying, watch your fucking language. And Allcoin Dreaming saying, I think we'll either fill the SP and bounce from local 618 plus VAH, or we go lower. All right, take care, Edward. Where do advent candles? Lots of jokers today, so I'm not really interested. All right. Let me just do a fib extension here. So we're looking to come to the 618 of this extension at 82. Prefer this one. I really think 95 is a stronger resistance. What's this one? It's a bit lower. 91, huh? Did I say 91 or 95? I think I said 91. Sorry, let me just have a look at these channels again. Oh, they're a bit messy. I'm going to have to redo them, actually. Let me just redo them. Let's hide that for now. And then let me just pull this. This is the range low to the range high. Clone. Just mark that as horizontal channels. Ticket Ed. Let's get rid of the previous all-time high now. Let's get rid of these. Right. Yeah, it does work, huh? This channel is really good. Look, see? Just take it down a step. And the previous range, look, see that? The previous range? It ranged from there to there, and then it kind of broke out from that range there. And this actually skipped a range, huh? It skipped this whole area. This whole area it skipped. So in terms of the gaps and the distances, this is looking correct. Just have a look. Stand. I don't know. I don't really know actually. The pivots are all giving us different numbers. I don't like that. There's perfect alignment there, huh? 618, 618. It's two different 618s that are literally lined up on the same exact line. There. I'm wondering if I should go onto the index. Look, from there to here. 618 is there. And then from this pivot to this pivot. 105. Let me just have a look at the index again, because yeah, that was the 618 from the top to bottom there, 91.5. I did like that too, huh? I like that figure. How come I didn't get it on Bitcoin, on this chart? What am I doing wrong? Makes no sense. What am I doing wrong? Top to bottom. Oh, is this correct? Yeah. Why is it not the same figures on the other chart? Oh, I know why. I didn't have the I don't have the 618. I What the fuck? I'm so confused. Right, I'm struggling a little bit because I'm getting different data and I don't know what I've done wrong. No, it's a trend. Oh, it's a trend-based fib extension. That's why. Where does it go from? Oh, from the COVID low. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. So the COVID low is from that low. All right. To there. For some reason, it's a little bit higher on Bybit than on the index. Actually, I like what I had before. Actually, this was much better, wasn't it? It's 105. This is much better. With a little pause at 91k. I think this is much better actually, just looking at it now. Just go all the way up to 105. Why not? We've only just turned the month. This is like, look, this isn't just going to stop there and be done with it. This is going to go up. This is a proper breakout. When you look at the breakout here, look at this breakout candle. Look how long that candle was. That was a good 46%, 43%. This is a breakout. 43% will take us all the way up to my target there, 105. If it's the same as this candle here, this one, that's a 45% candle. So if this goes up 45%, it's basically here at 105, and we're literally crossing that midpoint like Swiss cheese basically. But it doesn't mean we don't come back to back test it. And so we have that kind of situation here. Look, if I clone this down, you see we kind of went through it here. Back tested it and then went up again. So it didn't really resist, but it did support. And actually that's what I'm thinking. If we don't resist, but we do find support, and either we just go up straight away and find support, or we just kind of do what we did here, where it kind of goes up and then it consolidates, touches it, for a continued move up. Kind of similar to the way the price moved up here through these channels. So rather than just resist it blindly at 91k, maybe actually it will go up to where I've got a little bit more confluence, which is 105. Look, you've got the 1.272, the 0.618 and the 0.618. They kind of come in the same area, about 105k. It's a massive take profit, huh? At 100k. That's a psychological level. And if it pushes through and then you have a big take profit, then that might be it. I think that would make, for me, that makes a lot more sense. And then you're coming to back test that. This is higher time frame, so maybe like this. And then you're pushing all the way up to higher numbers. We'd have to look at that. So at the moment, I'm thinking slightly differently. I'm thinking this midpoint in price discovery doesn't actually resist, but it does support. and the big resistance is going to be slightly higher, where we've got these major fibs that are coming in together. That's the best I can do. Let me just try and see if anything else matches, lines up to that. Nope. One, two, three, 1, 5, 4. Don't really have anything else. And I've still got this one to there. Yeah, that gave me the, yeah. Let's try this. Right. So at the moment I'm thinking 105k in this move, and we have to flip that 91k into support. So potentially go through it, and then just similar to what happened here, where it kind of just goes through, then the back tests, and then it continues, and then you do get a rejection from your level in the first instance. So that would be a good kind of rejection point, like this, go all the way back down, and then for another push up. So effectively nothing changes. It's just, I'm just trying to find the best place for resistance, and that will have an impact on altcoins. When Bitcoin comes into big resistance, you'll get a big pullback across everything. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. And then in terms of the local time frame, well, let me just put these into its own group. Nice. Discovery 105k. Let's get rid of these Elliott Waves now. Let's put single prints back in. Daily level, none. There's nothing, there's no kind of liquidity levels. And then Altcoin Dreaming was thinking about some kind of local fib. So let's have a look. As the price goes up, this is obviously going to change. Where's the all-time high? It's lower. That's the one. Both of them. It's nicer. Look, at the moment with the current pivot, the 236 is there, isn't it? From the bottom to the current, where we currently are. With that big take profit, you'd like to think that maybe we're putting in a pivot here for a pullback. Big take profit. And then where's the previous all-time high? It's much lower. I mean, I really think this is the place, isn't it? The first golden pocket after you've cleared all those single prints. There you go. Perfect. Back test of the value area high with a local golden pocket after you've cleared all of those single prints. Well, not this bottom one here, just those top ones here. Clear them, clear them, clear them. Golden pocket, value area high. Fill this gap, and then that's your dip. That's your first dip at the very least. And then the question will be, do you range here like that, or do you just continue? Yeah, no one really knows what's going to happen. That would still be a higher low, however low it came. You're putting in higher lows here, see that? So that's perfectly acceptable to come all the way back down here, fill all that gap. You've got, it's basically your first golden pocket after you've cleared the single prints, and you're back testing this value area high. Okay, and if it goes lower, you've got this point of control. So you'd wait for the reaction, and then you have an invalidation effectively, and you could actually, this actually could potentially go even lower, and then just get right back out of that value area and then push up again, just continue. It's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment for a pullback. And there'll be, again, these pullbacks are really nice by the dip opportunities, aren't they? So that's kind of what I'm thinking. All right, so this is my trade plan. Wait for a reaction. Get the reaction. And then put an alert on this last SP field long on reaction. All right, got an alert set. I'm not looking to short into price discovery. I'm not interested. I'll be shorting again if we get up to 105k. I'll short there, and also 91k if we get a reaction. But I'll be thinking longing all the way up. Getting a little bit of a pullback now on the price. Look what's going on the order flow. Some short centering here. Look, these are shorts. Some shorts coming in like there. 384k shorts. Some people are shorting, huh? There's some shorts here in this range. Interesting. So some people are going for it. They're kind of, they're bearish again. That's interesting. Or coin dreaming, you were thinking fill the SP and bounce on the local 618 and VAH. Okay, so we're basically on the same page. Or we go lower. We're basically on the same page. So that sounds good. Although you said that before I looked at it, but it doesn't really matter because I didn't really take that in before I looked. Pull that up. All right. Let's have a look at BTC dominance and see what that's looking like. Wow. A big rejection from 60k, huh? 60%. Massive rejection underneath this pivot. Interesting. And ETH BTC. Still hasn't put in a higher high here, has it? it needs to take out this high. It hasn't done that yet. Getting a lot of volume come back into BTC now. We're above these pivots. You kind of want to hold for another push up. I think the bottom's in here, but just because of the way it's a really bullish candle from the lows, but we still need to take out that high on ETH BTC. So that hasn't happened yet. What's ETH looking like? We hit 80k, and we got some big shorts. You have a look, because I've got a bunch of I've got a bunch of leverage trades open. I just want to make sure that I'm safe. It's all green. Zeph and layer 3, sure. It's all green. Let's have a quick look at Zeph. That's L3, isn't it? Layer 3. Well, I mean, look, we've left the value area. Have a little kind of cheeky back test yesterday, and we've pushed up. We're trying to get through this kind of now. This golden pocket is just from, I drew it from the bottom to the top, haven't I? Saw that there was a resistance there, so that's why I left it. But I mean, technically, the golden pocket is really from there to there, isn't it? Ooh. A bit yawny today. Big volume in the last hour. Look at that. Look at it. Big volume, big volume. Look at that big volume. I like big volume. I like volume. 3.3 million. Oh shit. 2.4 million. That's like big volume. Look, in its whole range, the most volume has come now since October. We had some red volume there, so some people are like taking some big positions on this. I like these candles. Look, this is a 3-month candle. Little pullback, and then it's continuation. There's a monthly level there. That doesn't work, does it? I honestly think all of this was corrective. I don't really see impulse here, to be honest with you. We're only starting to see impulse now. This is impulsive. That's an impulse. This is impulsive here. Look, impulse. The rest isn't really impulsive, is it? Maybe here. Okay, good idea. Hi, Majid. My profit-taking strategy. Well, I've always talked about my profit-taking strategy. I'm a higher time frame trader, and I'm looking for higher time frame targets. I'm not really kind of intraday trading. When I'm leveraging, I will. Yeah, when I'm leveraging, if I see a pump, I'll quickly scale back. Yeah, but if it grinds up, I kind of leave it. If it's grinding up, I leave it. Like this is a pump. Yeah, so if you're in L3 and when it's grinding like this, you can kind of just leave it because you're just grinding up, and then suddenly you get this pump. You get a pump, like I'll show you on TRB. I just started buying TRB yesterday on leveraged Telor. Where is it? I woke up and it's like, shit, it's up. Sell. That's what I did. Sell. Just didn't even think about it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Just literally didn't even think about it. I just sold and took my profit. I was looking at all the tokens yesterday and I was like, oh, this is pretty good. It's pretty low. Hasn't moved yet. And then I woke up today and it's like, shit. And I sold like 75% of my leverage position and I set the rest to break even. They're the good ones to take profit, because when you get like a pump, yeah. Well, I think you should always look to take profit at two places, right? And I'll show you. Let's have a look at TRVL, because TRVL pumped too. Although TRVL, I haven't taken profit or anything. I'm just holding. Yeah, but I'm not suggesting you should. But I mean, let's just have a look at it, because I know that TRVL has moved, right? Yeah, you don't want to. Well, look, if you don't want to take profits too early, don't take too much then. Like if you're worried about taking profits too early, just take a little bit, take like 10%, and then don't think about it. Yeah. Or scale out like 1% every hour until you reach 10%. So if it continues going up, you're not really stressed. Yeah. If it comes back down, you are taking profit. Yeah. So scale out. Don't just go take profit and then you're out. Yeah. Scale out, scale in, it will help. But look, so this is TRVL, right? And let's say you were here. This is the weekly time frame. Let's say the price was here and you're buying and you want to take profit. Just look at the previous candles. Yeah, look at the previous candles, the historic candles. And do you see where you see these green wicks? These green wicks. Yeah, they're good places to take profit. And when the price comes, you see they were good places to take profit, because the price comes into those wicks and it automatically finds resistance. Yeah, you see that? It happens before. Look. See that? Historically, when you look back and you look at the green wicks, they're good places to take profit. A very easy visual guide without even thinking. Now, it doesn't mean the price can't go up, but you're looking to take profit. Yeah, and so you can just set some orders in those green wicks, like halfway or at the base of those wicks. And buying is the opposite. So when you want to buy, look at red wicks at the lows. It's the reverse. Yeah. So we don't have any here, but here we have a red wick. This is a red wick. See that? That's a good buying zone. The price comes down there. That would be a good place to buy. The red wicks, good places to buy. The green wicks are good places to sell. and the higher the time frame, the more powerful. So like, look at this. This is a monthly time frame. Look at this red wick, this monthly red wick. Look, it's exposed. See that? In hindsight, that was a good place to buy, wasn't it? The red wick. Okay. And look at this monthly time frame. Look at that green wick. See that? Look at where it's exposed. But you see, the green wicks are good places to sell. The red wicks are good places to buy. And so naturally, as we go up on TRVL, same thing. Green wicks are good places to sell. And we don't have any red wicks at the moment. And, you know, as we go up on TRVL, there's more green wicks. Look, all of that is a green wick. All of that is a sell zone, potentially. Until you fill it. And then you've got it. You've got it all the way up to there as well. Okay. And then as you go up, if you create red wicks, then they're good places to buy. Now, the higher time frame, the more powerful, the more strength there is. Now, it changes with the candles, because obviously if you go even higher time frame, that's better, but you have to be a bit more patient. You have to wait a little bit longer. This is the 3-month candles. You actually see on this 3-month candle, the red wick goes all the way up. That's so actually the best place to sell here in this context would be the green wick here, probably all the way to there. The best place to buy would be these red wicks. You see there's a red wick here. So it actually found support. And going up further, like above 50 cents, all the way up to there. Those are your like sell zones, those green wicks. And it's kind of easy. The higher the time frame, the better, the more powerful. So if you look at the 6-month candles, just on, so they give you a different story, yeah. So look at the 6-month candle. After that inverse hammer was created and you formed this red wick, look at the red wick. See that? That was the best buy zone here. 6-month candle, look. All the way from 3.1 cent all the way down to the bottom at 2 cents. And as we go up now, you've got these green wicks now. You've got this inverse hammer. All of this is a sell zone. Yeah. We need volume to clear that. So you could sell into it and be done with this, or you can wait. But if you wait, the liquidity is going to have to be cleared first. People have to sell and the price still has to go up. That would be really bullish if people sell into a green wick and the price still goes up. And then again, you're going back up to there. Okay. And then every time frame again tells its own little story. Every time frame has its own little story, right? That's a kind of easy way. Like if you want to look at the daily time frame now, every single one of these green wicks was a sell zone. Look, every time you formed a green wick, the price was struggling to get through it. Look, see that green wick, all these green wicks, yeah. And then as the price comes back down, there aren't any red wicks here, but that's really where the price finds support on these red wicks, and it just breaks through. But I think if you're struggling taking profit, you want to take profit. The other way to do it is confluence. So if you do like just very easy higher time frame analysis, draw the volume, yeah, and you see when we went up on TRVL, taking profit into the value area high was correct. You see that? It was correct. It went down and you could have compounded with the profit to increase the TRVL you had, yeah. But the price will react on these big levels, these big volume levels. And then if you get confluence, then you'll also find, like, look, I've got this on TRVL, I've got this higher time frame fib retracement, haven't I? I've been talking about it. Do I have to redraw it? Probably. That's not it. Well, that's there you go. There's you've already got some kind of fib. See, look, it's coming to the golden pocket. Golden pocket's always a good place to take profit. And you can actually preset. You don't have to not preset. See, if someone set an order to sell, that's just on this fib retracement, just from this pivot down to there. If someone set an order to sell at 6.1 cents, that was a good place. So if you set an order, and usually it's the first touch, the first time it hits. So you put a pre-order, sell 10% at the golden pocket, you're not going to go wrong with that. That's a good place to take profit, right? And then also, you know, with every one of these pivots going all the way up to the all-time high, and ultimately I think higher time frame the more powerful. So my target at the moment is 1.56 all-time high. The golden pocket is coming to somewhere between 29 and 30 cents. You see how that corresponds with what I was saying with this green wick here. On gate, that green wick is actually quite a high volume green wick, so that gives me more confidence. And so that would be a good place to take profit. It's a good place to take profit. Yeah, that's a higher time frame golden pocket with a little bit of confluence after an expansive move. And that's also good. You want to take profit when the price is expanded. That's better, isn't it? And then also kind of like if I do a full fib, you look, you see here, I've got this level from before. It was actually, let me take it to the all-time low, be better, more accurate. To the all-time low, 5.5, look, 5.5 cents. So I always talked about 5.5 cents. And you can see in these higher time frame fibs, it acted as resistance, it acted as support, acted as resistance. So you're expecting it to act as resistance. So it's a good place to take profit. Look, it acted as support here. Yeah, you can see it. And look, there's 382 at 10.5 cents. You see how the price came into it, acted as resistance. So naturally, if we break and go up, it'll probably act as resistance again, probably. Why wouldn't it? So that would be a good place to take profit. And so if you're higher time frame bullish, but you want to take profit, don't get too greedy. If you're higher time frame, I'm looking for higher, but then just take a little bit less, take 20%, take 15%. But you have to take it at these higher time frame levels. Yeah. Usually you can wait for a reaction, but sometimes in these tokens it reacts too fast and you miss it. So it's always best to set an alert. Yeah. So what you would do is you'd set an alert as the price approaches that level, say 9.5. Set an alert and then just add on the alert. If you want to take what? Get ready to take profit at the 382, you know, set an alert at whatever 10 point. That's if you're waiting for a reaction. And if you're not waiting for a reaction, just preset your order, scale it. So don't just do one big order, have lots of little orders, because these lines are never exact lines, they're areas, aren't they? Yeah. So it's always best to kind of have lots of little orders. You know, so if the price goes up, you'll feel. You might not feel 100%. You'll feel some. Okay, and then you can take like whatever you want. If you want to take profit, take 10%. If you're worried about being out of position, just take less. But it's never a bad idea to take profit. But it's always a good idea to do it planned. Plan to take the profit at the certain levels, and it's the confluence or what are the strongest levels. It's amazing how look at TRVL. We're back at 5.5 cents. How amazing is that? Like, you know, when we were losing 5.5, we were in May 24. We back tested it on the 20th of May, and everything was looking really dreary, and the price of TRVL dropped 63%. There's a big drawdown. Huh? Look at the volume. There's a big drawdown. A lot of people sold. Okay. And look how much volume we've put in just to get back up. So I really think a lot of people sold prematurely. There was a really heavy selling. I don't understand the selling, to be honest with you. I've really bashed my head against the table trying to figure out why people sold, why there was so much heavy selling. Because selling equals buying, that's the thing. So you don't just have heavy selling, you also have heavy buying. And the fact that you have all of this volume, and the price has only managed to put in a higher high here. And now there's a lot of people who sold, they're out of position, because guess what? You can't buy TRVL now cheaper than 5.5 cents. Right back up. We've reversed all of that volume in the last few weeks. Yeah. And anyone who's trying to position back in, look, today, this is on Bybit. How much volume is coming on Bybit now? 4.1 million. Okay. Well, look, these candles when the price was selling was like 30 million. Look, 31 million, 34 million, 36 million. And we've gone up on 4 million. Yeah. So whoever dumped their tokens, yeah, they can't get back in now, because you can't, like, if they want to buy another 30 million now, they won't be able to. It's impossible. This is what I was saying. As the price was dropping, I was saying, you're mad to sell this token, because you'll never get back in. Not at these levels, not at this range. And then when you're looking at a higher time frame, multi-year range, yeah. Look, crazy selling. Look at these last 4 months, 4 red candles. 172 million, 153, 100, like so much selling, and the price still only made a higher low. And then we only go up on 4 million. So it's become extremely illiquid. People are trying to position back in to get their position. They can't. And TRVL is really bullish. It's like crazy bullish. People don't realize that, but the project is going from strength to strength. There's partnerships with Fetch AI. The search engine with the AI engine the first release has been launched. There are partnerships left, right, and center. TRVL is on the base chain now. So we're on Polygon, we're on Base, we're on Binance chain. Obviously, we're on the layer 1 on ETH. The physical network is growing exponentially at the current rate. Yeah, and I've shown that. And, you know, there's like non-stop networking, partnerships, development, non-stop. It's like non-stop. What's great about, and so a lot of people criticize Dtravel and they criticize the TRVL for not being good at marketing. Yeah. But I think the strongest projects are the organic ones, the ones that grow organically. And so it's kind of frustrating in the context of a bull market. But the fact that we've achieved so much and yet we're growing so fast, and yet people really are only just hearing about us or haven't really heard about us, makes me even more bullish. Yeah, because actually when everyone starts hearing about us, that's kind of a good indicator to start selling, you know. Until then, when we're still kind of a little bit of an unknown entity, you kind of don't sell, you just hold. And I mentioned it before. There's some venture capitalists looking at TRVL now, some big ones. Okay. And I've heard that through the grapevine. I've heard through the rumorville that they're like ready to submit or ready to publish some investor documents, you know, and they're trying to get the word out. And that community is quite a close community. And so these venture capitalists, these angel funds, they look at each other, and when they see that this company is investing in this and this company is investing in that, and they do their own research, they investigate, and then they kind of compete, don't they? These companies, they're all competing with each other, and sometimes that means that they end up buying the same tokens and they invest in the same projects. So we've got a lot of big things on the horizon, and so when I'm looking at the price action, I don't think I was wrong in my analysis. I said, you know, buy the dips, etc. Let me have a look at the waves that I'm looking at now. So potentially we're looking at like this. Maybe this is the wave 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like that. with some kind of flat correction here, like some kind of ABC here. And now we're having our first impulse, which is into our wave 3. I don't really have a target for you, to be honest with you, on this kind of next wave. You see we've kind of gone past 55 all the way up to 61, 62, and now we're getting a little bit of a profit take. It's a good place to take profit. Okay. And what we want to see now is continuation. So this is really important. Impulsiveness, corrective behavior, and then continuation. Based on this, so I don't know if how far this wave 3 is going to go. No one really knows. Yeah. We are counting waves. At the moment, when I'm looking at it on the lower time frame, it's very hard to decipher how many waves we've had. Excuse me. Is this whole one wave, or are there multiple waves here? I can't really tell, to be honest with you. It looks like there might be. Can't tell. It'll be a lot easier to tell when it corrects, but if that's correct, if it's like that, then this is going to come back for a test, isn't it? And then the rules, the Elliott wave rules, have to be valid, so you have to hold that as support. If that's how it's going to be, that would be a smaller 3, and then the 5 would be much smaller. Okay, or is this just the first wave of 3, and we're actually looking for a much bigger wave? You think it's a much bigger wave just because of the context of Bitcoin. Okay, that's what I think, but I mean, it's hard to know exactly. See, look, it's interesting because the 618 here corresponds with the 236 5.5. It's amazing. Look, fibs are really powerful. Also, it gives me confidence that I've got this first wave correct. Yeah. So when I do this from the low here to the top of the first wave, which I kind of imagined that this first input, not that one, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ended there. So I've just done a fib extension from there to there, which is the beginning of the 3 with a flat ABC. And when I've done the fib extension, you see the 618 corresponds perfectly with the 236 on the higher time frame. So there's quite good confluence for a resistance here. This level has to be flipped into support, right? If this level is flipped into support now with a correct, now we're looking for a correction. If we get a flat correction here and we flip it into support, then we're looking for another wave to higher prices. Okay, if we get a rejection here and then we're going all the way back down to the top of the 1, if you get a rejection here and you're going all the way back down to the top of the 1, it is possible we've got a really mediocre 3 here. Okay, and then obviously this has to hold as support for a wave 5, and we'll just be putting volume here. Actually, we'll probably end up putting volume here because the price is not ready to go up, and you might end up with consolidation underneath resistance here for a wave 3, for a wave 4, then a wave 5 to break it, whatever. It won't be a big break because it would be a small 3 and you'd have a smaller 5. Again, no one really can predict the future, honestly, and so it's just ideas of what could happen or what needs to happen to go up. I think personally I would like us to just go up and get out of here, and actually it makes sense for us to go up. Yeah, and I talked about this before. The way the price dropped was very sudden and it was very fast. Yeah, so I always mentioned that, look, this drop was too fast. Look, it was quite a fast descent, and I always said that the price will probably go up fast too, and we're getting a fast ascent. Okay, the only time that we kind of lingered for a little bit was somewhere here, wasn't it? It was up here. We lingered for a little bit, so I wouldn't be surprised if we actually, I mean, we're into resistance now, so just bear that in mind. Yeah, we're into resistance. It's 5.5 cents. It's a 618 on this Elliott wave from 1 to 2. And it's also a higher time frame 2.36, which is the fib retracement from the all-time high to the all-time low. Okay, so we're into big resistance right now. The great thing about the price action is that we've cleared all of this godforsaken liquidity. So if there was any trap traders here who are looking to exit, they've had their opportunity. That's what happens when the price goes up. If anyone was looking to exit this project, they can do it right now, can't they? And so if they don't, or if the liquidity if we clear the liquidity and the price continues going up, then actually this is even more bullish than you can imagine, and we're probably going higher. But just looking at this previous price action, I think the next big test for us is going to be up here, further up, you know. And I'd like to see, honestly, again, it goes back to what I was saying before. I'd like to see these highs taken. In my mind, it's this high actually. That's the real high to beat. According to this extension, that's a 1 to 2. You can see on this extension. So we're at the 618, and actually what I really want us to go up to is that high, which will be the 1 to 2. The 1 to 2 of this wave 1, wave 2, and this is the 1 to 2 there. That for me, that would be a perfect wave 3, because we're also taking out the high here, and we're we're making the first step to a higher time frame market structure change. Once we see that, you can just buy the dip on this token all the way to the all-time highs, I think. Yeah, buy the dip, sell the highs, buy the dip, sell the highs, buy the dip, sell the highs. That's how it's going to be. And you know, like, what's interesting is that we're not getting crazy volume in yet, and so once the volume comes in, then I'll be interested to see what happens. Okay, and that volume is going to come from the wider crypto market. And so the one thing that I can encourage people to do is, especially on X has become the world's #1 news source now, especially when it comes to crypto. Share as much as you can on TRVL. I do this all the time. I'm looking through X. I search. I look for TRVL, and if I see anything interesting, I'll share it. And let's get likes. Let's get likes and shares on Dtravel stuff. Look at this guy's writing. Take a look at TRVL. If you're looking at a solid investment, take a look at TRVL. Besides, it's great fundamentals and unique position. It is currently breaking out of a major trend. So he's got a different kind of analysis here, hasn't he? Look. Okay, everyone's got their own kind of little analysis. And look, he's correct. 2.5-year channel between roughly 2 and 10 cents. Perfect. Absolutely. Why not? Repost this stuff. Let's get views on it. Yeah, let's get likes on all this stuff. And then the other thing I look for is hashtag DPIN or AI. And then I'll actually write comments on under look, when DPIN, when moon, Sometimes people are asking what's the next big project, and go in there and comment and put down TRVL and then link it to Dtravel's posts and pages. Yeah, so if you go to Dtravel, I've spelt it wrong. And we can really contribute to pushing this. You'll be surprised. There's a lot of stuff here that you can link it to. Just link it. Just say, have a look at TRVL, and then post it, and then paste this link. And then what will happen is that there's a lot of people out there now. They're looking for altcoins. Yeah, they're searching for the next big altcoin. They're searching for the next big thing. We can all participate. So the moment we're coming into big resistance, yeah, I don't think anyone in their right mind is looking to sell, even though we're coming into big resistance. Yeah. You've got a little bit of selling right now, but at the moment it looks like we've broken and we're looking to back test. It's like a break and a back test, isn't it? So I hope that people aren't selling. I hope that people are looking for higher. And if you're not fully positioned in, you should be. You know, you should buy some. Keep on buying. Like, that's the thing with these tokens. You just want to keep on buying until we get to our higher targets. So at the moment, my higher target I'm looking at is up here. 14.8, taking out that high basically, which would be a 1 to 2 on this wave 1. Let's get up there, and at least then we've put in a higher high, and then the rest will just be looking to buy the dips to take it higher. All right, so that's kind of TRVL. Majid, I don't know if that helped, but honestly, I think you should be looking for taking a little bit of profit. Either look at these green wicks. So yeah, so look, as we come up on TRVL, that green wick, it's going to be a good place to take profit. There's a little bit of a wick there as well, but I think this top one, you have confluence there because you have the 382, you have the 1.618, you've got this green wick, yeah, and you have to take profit as the price comes into it. The minute it starts pulling back and you start panicking, you're actually just defeating your objective, which is taking profit at the maximum extension into resistance. The minute you react slow, you have to react on time, then you'll take profit, but you'll actually it'll be more like you won't get as much profit, and then you'll kind of feel really annoyed. So yeah, so that kind of, I don't know if that helped. Let me have a look at these other TRVL charts. Let's have a look at ETH. Oh wow, look at that. How amazing is that? So we're destroying Ether. According to this, it's more profitable to be in TRVL than in ETH at the moment, isn't it? According to this. And what's interesting is here, look, so we're coming into a key area when it compared to ETH. It's this value area high. So this corresponds with our 5.5 cents on the against the USD chart, doesn't it? So we've come into a really important area. On the weekly time frame, it looks like we've changed market structure to bullish, doesn't it? It looks like we're putting in now higher highs, higher lows. After we had a little kind of change here, we put in the higher high there. It looks like we've put in a higher low and a higher high here, just in this current week, doesn't it? So it looks like against the ETH, TRVL is actually showing weekly market structure that's bullish. Okay, let's have a look against BTC. What's happening here? So we had a pullback on BTC, but there's no way that BTC could go as low as people wanted. And look, against BTC, we've actually changed market structure as well, haven't we? Can you see that? This is the weekly time frame. You see here, we're putting in lower highs, lower lows. We broke, we put in a higher high, higher low here, and now we've just taken out the high. So right now on the weekly time frame against BTC, we're in bullish market structure. Do you see that? We've broken bearish market structure, and we've had a confirmation just this week as the price has gone up. We're now in bullish market structure. So against BTC, we don't want this low, this recent low, this latest low to be taken. Okay, as long as this low isn't taken and we don't have a change back to bearish, then we're in bullish market structure. It's really good, isn't it? TRVL is really bullish. I kind of did say that. I did say to people, you know, this is really looking really bullish. And for me, the hint was that we changed daily market structure to bullish way before most altcoins. A lot of altcoins hadn't even taken out their daily, the lower high on the daily time frame. We already changed market structure and confirmed it. So at the moment, it looks like TRVL is more bullish than a lot of tokens. If I was to go and compare it to some other tokens, this is against Airbnb. Yeah, why would you have Airbnb when you can be in TRVL? Look, we're making really good gains against Airbnb now. It's actually we're more bullish against Airbnb than against USDT at the moment, and that kind of gives me the clue that Airbnb is actually probably dropping. Airbnb stock, actually let me have a look at it on TradingView. That would be a lot easier. This tells me that Airbnb is probably dropping. I haven't looked at it. I'm gonna have a look at it now. That's simple. Oh yeah, look. Look at that. So how amazing is that? The fact Airbnb is actually falling. Look at that. They've gapped down. at that. Let's have a look at Airbnb while we're here. Yeah, look, we've had a rejection. Airbnb's had a rejection. Clean rejection from the point of control. Yeah. So higher high, higher high, higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. It's bearish, huh? It's bearish. Airbnb's bearish. Let's come here. On the weekly time frame. Here we put in lower low here. You got it on the daily time frame. It has to technically take out that high first to change market structure. It hasn't done that yet because you went down from a lower high all the way down to a lower low. And on the weekly time frame, when you're looking at Airbnb, you're putting in higher lows, higher high here, high low, higher high, low low, lower high, and then down. So you had a little bit of a change on the weekly time frame market structure up here, and right now it went down, low high, lower low, all the way down, took out these lows. This has now come up to put in a lower high, rejection from the point of control, clean rejection, huh? And potentially with Airbnb you're heading right back down, potentially. That's what it looks like at the moment. So that's good. So when you're comparing TRVL to Airbnb now, you see we're already back up against March highs. In the March, we're not there with USDT now or even Bitcoin, but here we're back in the high of the range against Airbnb. So TRVL is showing a lot more strength against Airbnb than the US dollar at the moment, according to this. This is against crypto others, so it minus ignoring Bitcoin and ignoring ETH. This is just TRVL against crypto others. And get rid of these brush strokes. Oh God, look at this. So look, so it's quite interesting. So we're getting a little bit of reaction from the same 236 here. Very at the same time as we're getting a reaction from the USDT 236. We're in bullish market structure. We've changed market structure, and you can see we've gone up to take out the high again for a higher high. This was like there, wasn't it? So 1 2 3 4 5. Let me just kind of do a little bit of a fib extension here. Oops. There, look, it's coming to the 618. Exactly the same time as hitting it with USD. So we're actually impulse waving against the whole of crypto minus BTC and ETH at the moment. TRVL is. See that? This is the first wave. We've had first wave here. This is the wave 2. This is the first wave. We're in the wave 3. And taking out this lower high here, this pivot high here, would take us to the 1.618. So that's my target on this next wave, on the wave that we are at now. So I don't know if we're going to get there in 5 waves in the third wave, or if it's going to take a wave 3 and a wave 5 to get there. I can't predict that, but at the moment, and actually this is not like that then. This is there. 1 2. This is not like this. This is like this. This is like that. Yeah, this is better because it kind of that was the corrective move, wasn't it? Get rid of that. I'm actually, yeah, that'll be a really good target to take out that high. Look at this. Let's have a look at the volume. That would be perfect actually, because that comes into the value area high as well. That's really my target here for this next move. Let's have a look at this. This is again Fetch. So we're actually more bullish than Fetch at the moment, aren't we? And I did say that. I said that now that we're kind of closely connected to Fetch, then maybe actually we're going to be, if you want to leverage Fetch, people might actually just be buying TRVL. Altcoin Dreaming has sent me something. Let me have a look at that. This is against booking.com. Huh? So not as bullish against booking.com. It's amazing. Huh? Against Airbnb, it was more bullish. I don't. Let me just kind of have a look at the volume here. Coming into resistance again. We're coming to resistance at the same place against all these charts, but different kind of resistance levels. This is the value area high against booking.com. You see that on the daily time frame, not on the weekly, because the weekly time frame, it's not taking the current week into consideration. So the actual more accurate data will be the daily time frame. You see that we're coming to resistance right now. Which chart is this? Is it Bybit? Oh, it's Bybit. So Bybit. So actually, I think if I wanted to do a fib, be somewhere there. I'm guessing. I'd have to calculate that. I have to do that afterwards. It's not a big deal. Higher high. Oh gosh. Low, higher high. This is bullish. Put in a higher high there. Took out that low. Became bearish here. Low, lower high. Low, lower high. Low, lower high. Low, higher low. Higher high, higher low, higher high. So we're actually in weekly bullish market structure right now. Against this as well. Let me do a fib extension here, see if it's the same thing. It's basically there to there. It's slightly different. So this is telling me that booking.com is actually quite bullish too. Yeah, because we're not as bullish against booking.com as we are against Airbnb. You see here, to take out those highs there, this one here, this is the one I was interested in, this high here, we'd have to get all the way up to the 1 to 4 to take out that high. Then this would become ultra bullish against booking.com as well. So I think it depends what you compare the asset to. We're more bullish against some assets than others. So we're more bullish now against Airbnb than we are against booking.com. You can see that, can't you? When you see the structure, you see, like, you see this is kind of the up move, and look, we're almost at the top here. Whereas against booking, you see we're further down. And so that's quite interesting. Let me have a look at these other ones. Fetch, I said, I think Fetch, we're going to be, people will be using TRVL to leverage Fetch. So just wait until Fetch starts pumping. If you got TRVL, you'll be like on steroids, Fetch on steroids. This is Cake. TRVL against Pancake Swap. Let me get rid of this, these squiggles. And it's interesting because I have Pancake Swap. I have some tokens, yeah. So I'm not like going crazy and going all in TRVL, even though I'm more bullish on TRVL, because it's good to just have a little bit of a diverse portfolio. And sometimes, you know, like sometimes you'll get a crazy pump on one of these tokens, like a crazy pump, and then you can sell some and maybe buy some more TRVL or buy some other tokens that haven't moved. This is against Pancake Swap. Let's see, it looks like we've flipped the point of control here. And we're breaking out from the value area high. The last time we did that, we had a fake out in April here. And then before that, we had a fake out in May. Then before that, we had a mega pump in February. We went from the lows here all the way up to the top. This looks like it's a little bit different. It looks a little bit different to me. It looks like we might actually be looking to break out against pancake. The reason why I say that is because here I see some kind of rounding bottom. See that? And we got a pretty flat neckline here. And we're coming up against it again. So we got a little bit of around the bottom. We've got a little flat neckline. I'd be interested to see if we have a really nice breakout and go up here. That's kind of what I would want to see. All right. It's just interesting, isn't it? I think quite interesting. This is against Slurf. Like I've got Slurf as well, you know, and it's just, I don't know what to say. We're obviously, it looks like we're a little bit more bullish than Slurf as well at the moment. After we were able to flip this point of control into support. This is speculative, this corrective move. I don't really know. Actually, against Slurf, we've just put in another all-time high. See that? So right now, TRVL is more bullish than Slurf by far, because against Slurf, we've just put in an all-time high. Do you see that? And it actually makes me think, the next time Slurf pumps and TRVL pulls back, I might actually dump my Slurf into TRVL. That's actually what I'm thinking right now, because I have some Slurf. Yeah, and obviously it makes no sense to do it now. But next time, if we get a pullback on TRVL and Slurf pumps, then I'll be thinking to myself, maybe I should just sell that Slurf now and buy more TRVL. That's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment when I'm looking at these charts. All right, that's TRVL. Any questions? Is there? Oh yeah, Majid is asking, is there a partnership between Dtravel and TRVL? So what's something you have to take into consideration is that Dtravel was built, and then they had a weakness. The weakness was short-term vacation rentals. Yeah, and what happened was that the market is monopolized by Airbnb and Booking.com. So when you go to Dtravel, they created this Web 2 company using Web 3 technology, and they were lacking accommodations, which were apartments, short stay apartment vacation rentals. They had hotels, but they didn't have apartments. And they were thinking to themselves, how do we get apartments? The market's been monopolized by Airbnb and by Booking.com. And so what they were thinking is actually, maybe it's a good idea to create something new. And actually with this new thing, because most of the people who are involved in Dtravel are also Web3 purists, and Dtravel is not a Web3 pure business or application. Yeah, it's Web2. It's not really Web3. It's Web2, but it's it uses some aspects of Web3 for payment and for the rewards program. And they wanted to create a pure Web3 project, and so that's where Dtravel came from. And so they had this kind of idea, and so some of the people from Dtravel actually moved to Dtravel. Some of the technical team, some of the investors. So a lot of the investors are invested in both, but they actually they see Dtravel as a more of a Web3 purist, Web3 application, because it's peer-to-peer and because it's a DAO. It's meant to be a DAO. It's meant to be a decentralized autonomous organization. So that's kind of how it happened. Our finance CFO, Drew, he used to be the CFO of Dtravel, and now he's the CFO of Dtravel. So that's the big connection, isn't it? The CFO. So the Dtravel CFO from the previous bull market is Dtravel's current CFO. Yeah, and Dtravel's CEO, I don't know who he is. I've seen him on Instagram, on LinkedIn, but I can't remember his name. He's like one of the big investors in Dtravel. And when I say investors, I mean token holders. All right, so there is a crossover, but Dtravel for all intents and purposes is completely independent, because the concept of Dtravel is that it is a DAO. The TRVL will give token holders governance of the DAO, and the TRVL holders will directly benefit from the increase in value of the DAO and of the application. And that's got nothing to do with Travala. Okay. And actually, in my mind, I think one day in the future, I can imagine Dtravel becoming so big that we may actually, there may be I can imagine Travala actually integrating into Dtravel, or there for them to join. But the DAO, the Dtravel would be the base, because it's a Web3 application. That's what I'm imagining, but I mean, who knows about the future? No one can really predict the future. That would be nice. So it would be nice if we suddenly exploded to a multi-billion-dollar token, and then we were able to buy out Travala, huh? How amazing would that be? So it looks like we're trying to flip this 5.5 into support. It looks like it at the moment. I can see there's a bit of profit taking here, and look, there's a bit of volume coming here, like in the last 30 minutes. Look at that. See that? So it looks like we're getting a little bit of interest here. So let's see if we can defend this. If we can defend 5.5 cents and flip it into support, then I don't really see any reason why we don't head up to 10 cents, 9-10 cents. Okay, that would be even slightly higher. Okay, but really, from my aim here as a bull is taking out that 1 to 2, which is all the way up at that pivot. That's really what I'm aiming for right now. If we can get a really nice wave up to there, we put in a higher high, and everything changes, because you put in a higher low, you're putting in a higher high. People will take profit, but guess what? They're just going to buy back in, because the structure is now changing to bullish. It's all bullish structure now, not bearish. Yeah, higher highs, higher lows is bullish. Right, that's TRVL. It went on for a little bit, but I'm going to actually cut the video. So unless there's any more questions, we'll start having a look at some other things. You wanted me to, I looked at L3, didn't I? I don't really have anything else to say about that, to be honest with you. Hasn't really broken out yet. Quanex is down, huh? Oh my god. I remember Quanex did this before in the last market. It was looking really bearish. Yeah. It was like really, really sucking. And then it exploded. And I'm actually wondering if this does this again. If it sucks for a period of time at these lows here. And then goes up. That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if we do the same thing here on Quanex. Let me have a look at what else do you want me to have a look at. Zeph. Must have it. Ooh. So you got a good reaction on the bottom of that channel that I drew, huh? There. This is actually a reversal pattern here. Right now. Value area low is a bit higher. The value area low is adjusted a little bit. This is really good. Right now, this is really good. Got this historic channel, and It's not 100% on point, but this is really good. Look, this is really high volume 12-hour candle, and what's actually happened is it's come here, it's cleared, filled the gap, and this high volume is really what you wanted to see. A high volume dragonfly doji here. It's looking like a reversal here, isn't it? This whole thing's looking like a reversal. Are you bought under $2, huh? Yeah, this is looking really good, actually. Are you hoping for 200? All right, I'm going to buy some. It's on Mexi, huh? I'm not going to hesitate. I'm going to buy some. You've got your 5 waves there. We haven't impulsed yet, huh? I don't see an impulsive move here yet. Arguably, you could say it's trying to form here. That was a big sell there, and it just got absorbed. And then this, on the daily time frame, that yesterday's candle has been completely reversed, and you have the low here. It's like a swing failure on the daily time frame. You have a clear invalidation, which is here. That's the impulse, isn't it? XRP to Arkansas. I've been to Arkansas. I love it. I love it there. I love Arkansas, the deep south. Well, I don't know why you would buy XRP either. if you want to compare, this is probably better than XRP. Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, market structure is king, right? So that's all that really matters. And at the moment, we're still bearish, but we are getting a bit of a reversal here. Look, aren't we? This is 5. There's like a 5 waves here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And perfect. This is actually really good, huh? Look, let me clean my charts up again. It's a bit messy. Let me get that fib back. What are these ones? This is volume, isn't it? Let me just sort this out so it's easier to show you. Trend lines, it's gone. That's that one. That's the channel. You've got these fixed ranges. Just get rid of that one. So look what's happening right now. Look, and actually, let me just hide this fib. So it's a nice clean chart, isn't it? RH, assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. Altcoin Dreamer saying they have an algorithmic stablecoin that didn't depeg during the whole 98% crash. Arkansas is saying, I'm asking because it looks like it formed a lower high, not a higher one, if anything. Yeah, there is a lower high there, you're right. And it happened with the announcement of yield on the stablecoin. So you're absolutely right, Arkansas. There is a lower high here. You mean a lower low? Here, lower low. And you haven't taken out that lower high there, have you? Not yet. So you are bearish. It's still bearish. And when you're looking at a daily time frame, unless I've done it wrong, which I don't think I have. Low high, lower low. You have to take out that high, and it wasn't able to do that. So it's gone up, it's failed, and now we're coming to a little bit of support. Okay, but Bitcoin did that. Yeah, don't forget Bitcoin did that. So if you remember Bitcoin in the range that we've just been in, it was looking really bearish, and then it was able to still go up and take the high, hasn't it? So if you look at this range here, This was the lower high. Here was a lower high, lower low. Same thing. And even though it looks like it was trying to put in a lower high, it actually was trying to take out that high. And eventually it did. Higher high, higher low, and then off we go. Right? So just because you've done that, the context of this is very different, obviously, because we're consolidating underneath the previous all-time high. But just because you haven't done that, you have to look at sometimes if you're bullish, and we are bullish, and what makes us bullish, or what makes all of us bullish, is the context of the bull market, isn't it? So we know that a lot of altcoins are looking to pump. In terms of the momentum, that's really important, and the downtrends. Now, this was October. We lost the lows. So this is really important. This is what I wanted to say. This was the previous consolidation range here. And you can see it found support, found resistance, and now we're trying to find support. So there's a kind of a higher time frame SR flip here from this previous range. And this looks like this is like a deviation, isn't it? It's like a deviation from the range. And this deviation has actually put more volume in, which has changed the nature of this value area. Yeah, it's a deviation which has actually changed the value area. So if I was to pull it up here, the value area, you see we lost the value area, didn't we? When the price went down, the price was underneath the value area, and then suddenly you get enough volume coming in here and the value area moves. Okay, so the value area is moved, and then you get more volume coming in here. Eventually what happens is not only does the value area move, the point of control moves as well. See that? This is bullish. The way the value area is moved and then the point of control is moved is really bullish. So even though you might be looking at the structure and go, well, actually this is bearish, the value area moving to the lows of this overall range is bullish, and then the point of control moving to the bottom of the value area is bullish. You've had your first impulsive move, which is really what people are looking for, the first impulse. That gives you an indication of the market's desire to take the price higher. And now we're looking for a pullback. The pullback is bringing us to a previous value area, which was basically the value area of the initial launch. You could buy this token now, and you're basically buying it at the same price as October 23, before the price expanded up all the way up 2000%. Yeah, so you can look at this token and go, oh, this is bearish, but the reality is it's not looking too bad, because at the same price it went up 2000%. And we've put in volume here. This is deviation, and we're also on the top of this kind of channel that I drew right now. It's quite good, huh? I think it's not bad. I'm going to buy some. How do you know if the coin is a fake scam rug or a genuine coin? You don't. That's why you have to have a diversified portfolio, because you have no one really knows. If some like who knew about Luna or FTX? Yeah, there you go. Altcoin has the answer. You have to look at all of that stuff: the team, the exchange listings, the contract scanners, the VCs, the token distribution. Sometimes you can tell if a coin is a rug just by the way it dumps after it launches. Sometimes you can just from the charts tell, but other times it's very hard. Try and avoid Solana meme coins, because they're most of Solana meme coins are rug pulls. Yeah, and the people that get lucky, but it's like winning the lottery with a Solana meme coin. Yeah, so just looking at this again, Zeef. I like this, sir. I like this. I'm going to buy some. Could it go lower? Yeah, it could. We could always go to the point of control. Just FYI, next week. And what I'm seeing is increasing volume, decreasing prices. Yeah. So that's my only kind of big red flag here. That being said, we haven't hit this monthly level yet, and this looks like a reversal on the monthly time frame as far as the candles are concerned. You see, basically this is the candle that's being reversed. Which one is it? These two. Push up, back down, test. We're getting a reversal here. Got a monthly level there, point of control. What's the moving averages like? It's not as strong as it could be, huh? Could be much stronger. I think there's a big higher time frame SR flip here. It's basically this weekly level here. Look, this weekly. That's your SR flip. Let's change it to SR flip. The difference between an EMA and SMA is that EMA, there's some kind of weighting on the closer values, so it gives more value or more importance to the periods that are closer. So if you have a 50 EMA, then the first 5 or the first 10 have more impact on the average. I don't know what the formula is. There you go. Altcoin Dreamy has just given it to us. There you go. Yeah, buy some now. Fuck it, we only live once, right? I have to transfer it to MEX. Have to close some of my my positions. I'm gonna do that now. What's BTC looking like? Look how bullish BTC is. It's just look how bullish the BTC is. Like dips are getting bought. Crazy. All right, SUI, Zeph. No, that's a good one. I'm gonna get some. I just need to kind of get off my stream and do it, because I need to figure out how I'm going to do it, because I have to sell some things. I've got some leverage positions. I'm going to have to close some to do it. Unless I just transfer money. I don't really want to transfer any more money. It's amazing. Look, everything's green. There's a few reds. Shit, where do I move it? Oh, this is so annoying. Even Casper is up 16%. It's a bit of panic selling there. Oh, look at that bit of panic selling. A good time to buy. Ada, I don't know. Ada's mental. Let me just close out. Give me a second. And close out some value here. I just want to transfer some money to MEX. True. What do you mean, even Casper is up? Well, Casper's pumped a lot, hasn't it? That's why I say that. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. Where did it go? Look, Casper from here, from October 22, it's up 9,000, 10,000%. Crazy, huh? Look at the volume that's coming to Casper. It's really bullish, huh? Really bullish. But it's already gone up so much. It's really difficult with tokens like this. And that's a really flat correction, isn't it? It's very flat, this correction. But I mean, even though this correction is flat from top to bottom, it's still like 50% up and down. The problem with Casper is it's gone up so much. Yeah, but look, the volume is really bullish. Look, bullish volume. I don't understand it. All right, so let me just have a look at SUI, because I just wanted to look at that too, and DOGE, SUI, and not. Still going to do better than the SUI, huh? Probably, yeah, you're probably right. I see a lot of volume coming into SUI. Yeah. And we're in price discovery now, aren't we? You just need the market to get hold of this, and this could go flying. So I'm still targeting 5.5, 5.6. Right, nothing really to report there. So actually, maybe that's a wave 5 complete there, isn't it? I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's that? What did I do? That's your wave 1 of your wave 3 completed, potentially. One to one. After wave 5, it's usually down or sideways or down. Usually it's down after wave 5, especially when you're coming into some kind of resistance. And then that becomes your wave 1, and you're looking for a kind of a corrective move for continuation, or if not, then it just falls because it's finished. I'm actually thinking with SUI to take profit right now and close my SUI. I've got a SUI trade. I'm going to close it and just stay in spot. I want to look at Doge as well quickly. Oh God, look at that shit. That's a higher high on the weekly time frame. Look, higher high. Did we get a lower low, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high? That's a weekly market structure change on Doge, confirmed, isn't it? Can you see that? Let's get rid of these brush strokes. Let's hide these. Let me go to the other chart actually. Look. This is your downtrend. Lower high, lower low. There's your first higher high. I don't know, it's a bit weird here because it's almost like higher high, higher low, higher high, then lower low, then lower high, then low, then it changed again. It's like it changed twice. Let's have a look at the monthly time frame. This might be better. Higher high. No, it's no help. Right, what's that? I can't remember when I did that long trader. I obviously didn't set an alert. but it hit my target. Just going for the weekly level. Triangle break. Oh yeah, it was the triangle back test. 34. And we've cleared the value area high as well. Volume levels. Right. So probably 34. And 26. Let's get rid of these volume levels. These are shit now. Let's clean this up. Range. 28, look, golden pocket and the monthly level, 28 cents. Point of control, 26 cents. So somewhere between 26 and 28 is going to be some quite big resistance. My brother was asking me, so that's why I'm kind of... I think the structure is bullish, yeah. Just because we put in a higher high in a weekly time frame, this whole thing is bullish. But we're about to enter this golden pocket with a monthly level and this previous range point of control here. So there's a little bit of a resistance zone here, isn't there? And after we've experienced this amount of pumping, there's a lot pump, like potentially 5 waves, isn't there? I think it should come into a resistance sooner. Let me send this. I'm going to send this to... Thanks, RH. I'm not really too worried. People do that. So it's basically probably 26. I'd say 26 cents because that's the previous range point of control. and then buy back at 22. most relaxed and calm. Well, I'm quite calm. Never panic. It's really bullish, Doge. This is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, isn't it? I can hide if I hide these here. Let me hide these. Look. Did I have an EW here? Haven't done it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like a... Is it? We kind of came underneath the 1 though, so technically no. Unless that's your 1. And that's your 2. 1, 2, or could it be that? Maybe that's better, isn't it? If I draw like this up to the 3, it went to the 1 to 3 perfectly. Look, hit it perfectly at 22 cents. So maybe this is correct actually, and then from there to there to there. I mean, I think it could probably go to 35 cents, to be honest with you. That would make more sense, no? How does that correspond with higher levels? Ah, look, previous range value area high, 35 cents. You'd have to get past the golden pocket. That looks better, no? Just because this bull market started. For it to cut through this golden pocket like Swiss cheese and hit the value area high there, which is the 1 to 1 from here to there. That would be better, no? And actually, maybe if it did it on time as well, that would be better too. So the 1 to 1 was perfectly at the beginning of this move, wasn't it? And so potentially you're also looking for something very similar, isn't it? Potentially you're looking for something like there to kind of come in by February. It's going to be slow. I don't know. That's not realistic. So maybe December here. This is more realistic, isn't it? On the 618, which would be the first week of December. About everything with Martin. Nice one. Well done. It's good to take profit, huh? And buy the pullbacks, huh? So if it pulls back, buy. As long as Bitcoin is bullish, you know, this is the most fun part of the crypto market. Sell the highs, buy the pullbacks. Sell the highs, buy the pullbacks. You know what I've been doing with my profit on? I've been taking profit and then I've been buying spot on some tokens that I'm interested in. So on my leverage trades, because it's quite easy to make money when it's like this, because the price just keeps on going up. So you take your profit and then you just buy you buy spot on some other tokens that haven't moved yet, or you're interested in, or you just buy some more spot. So like yesterday I bought some more fetch. Yeah, why not? Took profit, I bought some more fetch or whatever. This would be quite interesting if we see this, because you're looking for a wave one up to there, and then I wonder if we get a flat correction here and flip the golden pocket into support here, consolidate underneath resistance, which would be this previous value area, and then we're looking for an actual wave 3, which will take us into price discovery. Like that. My timings are off, by the way, because this is the weekly time scale. So I am thinking like this. Oh shit, what do I do? Maybe more like this. No. So we want to go up by March, don't we? So let's say we top out here at 35 somehow, and then we just have a kind of a bit of a flat correction here, and then we explode in February. And then we head to all-time highs, probably 83 cents, the 1.618, sometime in February. That's kind of what I'm thinking with Doge at the moment. And maybe we go side. So this is what I was thinking. I was thinking altcoins pump, and then they go sideways because Bitcoin starts to go crazy parabolic, vertical. So Bitcoin's going vertical, altcoins are all kind of going sideways. Like they all form these nice flat corrections because the value is going back into Bitcoin, which is pushing Bitcoin up. But because the USD value of Bitcoin is going up, the altcoin USD values don't drop. And so they kind of go sideways while Bitcoin is pumping. Yeah, that would be a Bitcoin parabola, like a real parabolic move into Bitcoin. So you'd get this kind of a prolonged few weeks of Bitcoin just pumping and altcoins kind of forming some kind of higher time frame flat correction after they've all moved in this move. They need to correct, and that's when Bitcoin starts to pump. And then once Bitcoin really pumps, then we get the crazy alt season, which is this mad one at the end. So for Doge, it would be to take us to the all-time highs, maybe higher, maybe all the way up sometime in February. It's kind of what I'm thinking right now at the moment with Doge. Just looking at it. And then obviously you have to keep on looking at it because anything can change, yeah. And it would make sense for Bitcoin to start going parabolic when Trump becomes president. I mean, when he gets not when he becomes president, when he's inaugurated, because he said that he's going to buy Bitcoin as a reserve with the US Treasury. Imagine if they start doing that on the 20th of January. Right, so we're going to come into some resistance on Doge soon. I think it's going to start at 26 and then it's going to go up to about 36. So there's a bit of a range there. I think 36 really is going to be resistance just because it's the previous range value area high and it's the one-to-one of this expansive move. Well, the one-to-one from here, one-to-one, yeah. And if it comes in somewhere in the first week of December, then that would also be on time. And then maybe we go into a flat correction, and who knows how long that correction is going to last until we get another pump. And then for that to happen, you need that golden pocket to flip into support. Yeah, that's what you need. You need that to happen, and then we can have a really amazing wave 3. Something like that would be nice. And then obviously if you get a rejection from the golden pocket, then we're looking at something different. Yeah, if you go up now and you just kind of reject, then you're looking to just try and flip this value area high at 20 cents into support. That would make sense too. So there's two kind of things that could make sense. That would be more of a, that would be flat too, but it would be a different kind of flat. That's Dogecoin. Not was looking quite good, so I wanted to have a look at it. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, high high. We've put in a high high finally, haven't we, on the daily time frame. We've come down into this high volume node, found support off the high volume node, completely filled the gap of this expansive move. The gap has been filled now all the way, and we've had a nice reaction. Potentially we've completed this kind of corrective pattern. Don't really know what it was. It may be 2 ABCs and then a 5 wave down. That's kind of what I was potentially kind of I was developing this, but it was potentially something like that, wasn't it? 3 ABCs and then 5 waves down, which is what has happened with a nice nice expansive, like a impulsive move from the bottom. Let me expand this volume now. So we are back above the point of control, just the value area low is slightly lower, and the high volume node here is still the same. So we've had a reaction from there, and look, yesterday we closed above this point of control, and today we're trying to flip it. We might not be able to. It might not be able to, but it does look like we've had some kind of impulse here, haven't we? There is a little bit of an impulse. There's wave 1, wave 2. This is like the wave 3 now, isn't it? Do we get another wave 4 and 5 here off the point of control? That's what it looks like, doesn't it? Right, something like that. Probably still another corrective move with another wave to go here. 1, 2, 3, maybe another 4, a flat 4 and a 5 up there would be nice to finish this wave 1. Now, what's interesting about this is that this first move up was really steep. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It went up quite a lot, quite quickly. It went up like 500% within the space of a few days, 5-6 days. Yeah. Then we've had this really prolonged deep correction. For me, this correction is really bullish. This is a really bullish correction, this, after that expansive move. And what we've done is we've corrected all the way to where the move, just above where the move began, to tap this high volume node. Yeah. From that high volume node, we started to impulse, and we've just put in a higher daily high. Yeah. When you look at this, if I hide this extension, you'll see that here, this was the lower low, this was the lower high, and we've put in a lower low here, and we've just taken out with a lower high. Okay, so higher high, sorry, not a lower high. We're taking out with a higher high. Now that we want to see is a higher low somewhere, and take out that high for bullish market structure change on the daily time frame. And yeah, maybe this can break, this can go all the way back up to the top, to be honest with you. Even though the value area high is there, this would be the wave 3, isn't it? We'll be looking at a wave 3, whereas that was the wave 1. Now we have to see how this wave 3 pans out, because will it be as impulsive as wave 1 or less? That's the question in my mind. It could be less. No one really knows. And so here in this context, the golden pocket has to be flipped into support. So that's slightly above us, the inverse of the golden pocket. And then on this side, you've got the golden pocket at the value area. So that's strong resistance already. You see that, huh? The value area high, the golden pocket, it's at about 0.051. So from where we currently are, it's about 100% increase in value. That's like kind of major resistance up there, isn't there? I could put an alert there actually. I'll put it on the value area high. Okay. That would make sense if we were able to get up there, TP there for a pullback. That would be quite good. All right. So I'm kind of, I enjoy this price action now because we're above the point of control. And next thing we want to see is an increase in volume. It'd be nice to see volume like this, just to clear all of this range. Okay, that's not Doge. Not. I had to look at SUI. Guys, what do you guys want me to have a look at? Claw is pumping. Look at Claw. Claw AI. Pump, pump, pump. So what would I make about this? Well, I think I said that it was quite bullish for us to come back into the value area low there, and naturally you just wanted that to hold, and if you lost it, you're going down, and if you hold, you're going back up. We're going up. Yeah, we're going up. So we haven't taken the low. That would be bearish MS, because we've taken the low here. This is looking quite good now. We're back above the point of control, back above the value area high of this range. This is looking quite good. 1, 2, 3. Let me just see my analysis here that I did before, this Elliott Wave impulse. Yeah, so I kind of think this is it, isn't it? I'm not fond of this, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not really fond of that, to be honest. I think that was better. And the corrective move here, take out the lows and then start impulsing again. For me, this makes more sense. Unless obviously things, it was this, wasn't it? Yeah. So that was the previous one that we were looking at. Oh, that's possible too, huh? So actually, let me just have a look at that. Let me get rid of these brush strokes. Let's have a look at this again. Sorry. I mean, that's possible, isn't it? ABC, ABC, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've seen that before. So it would be a flat correction, and then that was the wave 1. With the impulse of being, that's possible too. They're both possible. That's possible. And just that's normal. That's just possible. Look. For a bog standard ABC. Doesn't really matter, does it? Because we can see that we're impulsing now. It can matter if we just to kind of find targets. ABC is a corrective. ABC corrective. It's Elliott Waves ABC. So in Elliott Waves, you have 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 2 and the 4, they correct in ABCs, ABC. And then the 1 and the 3 and the 5, they impulse in 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But of the 5 waves, the 2 and the 4, the even ones are usually the ABCs. Usually they go in ABCs, not all the time, but usually. So that's why we say ABC. We assume it's ABC. And then the odd ones, the 1, the 3, and the 5, it's in 5 waves. But the odd ones are impulsive, which are 5 waves. The even ones are corrective waves, which are usually ABC. Okay, so in this case, there's an ABC here. Look, ABC, ABC. And then here, to complete the correction, the last part is 5 waves. So that's why it's not always ABC. Sometimes it's ABC, ABC, and 5 waves. So that's possible too, right? Or, and that's just assuming that this impulsive wave here is like 1 ABC, 2, 3. So look, so this is the 1. So look, see, look, 1 to there. ABC is here, A, B, C. See that? That's your even correction too. Then here, this is what name, I think it was Name who asked me. That would be 5 waves to there. Then he was thinking about a corrective wave there with the 5 finishing there. And then he was suggesting that this whole thing is like some kind of running flat or extended flat in this case. So I entertained the idea. And then the other thing that I was thinking maybe is just, this is just more, less complicated. You have your 1, 2. That's actually a 3 up to there. And a 4 or 5. But actually, just looking at it now, there's no 5 waves here. There's only 3. So potentially name is better. Name is correct. This is actually probably better, actually, thinking about it. And that's after we've had this move here. See, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your ABC. This is the wave 1. That's your wave 2. So this potentially is the wave 3. So it would be, this is the wave 3 of 3, the big wave. This is going to be the big wave now. What we're about to launch into, potentially. I think. I don't know. I'm not 100. I'm never 100%. There's always some doubt. And then I surprise myself because then I doubt myself, but then I'm right. 50%. Look, that's amazing, huh? The fibs were perfect. So from here to here, it actually corrected to the 50% mark here, which is nice. I like that. 3 is not always the longest. That's not correct. 3 can't be the shortest. That's the rule. Yeah. Sometimes 5 is the longest and sometimes 1 is the longest. But the rules state that 3 cannot be the shortest. 3 is not always the longest. Sometimes the 5 is the longest or the 1 is the longest. But usually, and it's a sum of probabilities, usually 3 is the longest. Yeah. So it's just based on probabilities. Usually 3 is longest. The reason why usually 3 is longest is because people see the 1 and then they buy into to scale into the 2 for the 3. That's usually why the 3 is the longest. Yeah. But sometimes you have a short one, a bigger 3, and then you get a crazy 5. And the reason why is because it comes back to SR flip the top of the 1 and people can see that. It's like what you see. It's the market seeing something. So that's nice. I like that 50% retrace on this. So let's just go with this idea for now. For me, actually, this might be better still, just by kind of revising my ideas. There's no time pivots. 618. Not crazy about any of these time pivots. SUI, huh? I'll have a look at that. I'm just trying to figure this out. So confirmation for this would be, I think, taking out that high. If you take out that high, we're definitely in this next impulse. Okay. I think we are impulsing. We have had the wave 1, and this could be the beginning of the wave 3. And it's not crazy yet, because I'm looking at the volume. The volume is pretty low. I would like to see more volume. The fact that we're above the value area high is a good sign, and above this point of control. Anyway, look, so let's just do a simple fib extension based on the trend. The 618 takes us to the previous high, and 1-to-1 and a 1.618. So I think in this circumstance, I would honestly, I think I want to see this go up to there for a wave 3 there, at the very least. There's not much volume, huh? There's not much volume, so I don't see why we don't go up there, or even better, go up to the 2 and take out 56 cents. Just take out that high. Once that happens, this is going to get really quite explosive, because people always buy into the highs. All right, so that's actually looking quite good. I don't have to do anything with that. Well, I think SUI, look, 1, 2. I think possibly we're in the wave. We're coming to the end of the wave 5 here. Yeah. But the correction could be flat, or it could be extended flat, or it could even just be bullish flat. Yeah. Just like right now, we're really bullish on SUI. There's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is your correction down to here. This is your 1. Don't know why I've got this one, so that's not correct. 2. I've done this wrong, huh? I don't think I've done this wrong. I think this is where the 3 ends. Yeah, we're coming into 618 now. Look, 618, 1.618. We're coming to resistance now. After this last 5 waves. And then it looks like it's there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. To complete. No. 3. This is wrong as well. I've done this wrong. Shit, I've done this wrong. Okay. So that would be that there. Like this. This whole thing is a wave 1. That was your wave 1, wave 2. This is your wave 3, but we've just completed probably a wave 1. So, I mean, I think if this is correct, we just have to hold the top of 1 here, if that's the 3, or it's the 1. This is just the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which actually just would make more sense here. I think that would make more sense. So actually then that would be more like this. I think this makes more sense. Something like this. And then you have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, like that. All right, these are ideas. Yeah, I'm not 100%. I'm just going to see how this plays out. But potentially we've completed this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. We're coming into a little bit of fib resistance here. And so we have to see how the price behaves here. You see here we came into resistance, and it took a while to get through it. It took a few days. But I mean, market structure is bullish. We're putting in highs. We're in all-time highs. SUI is a layer 1. You know, there's room for growth, even though Altcoin Dreamer thinks that Casper is more bullish. I'm still targeting $5.5 here, to be honest with you. All right. Have you seen SPEX 6900? I have, yeah, but I've not looked at the charts. $6,900. It's just the SPX, isn't it? It's the wrong one, isn't it? There you go, yeah. CoinX. Murad, yeah, I know. I don't really like that guy, to be honest with you. I don't like guys who keep on shilling tokens, you know, like, oh, I do sell one token, yeah, like my token is TRVL. So yeah, you could hate me for that, but I've given reasons why I'm so bullish, and it's mainly to do with my real world business, not really crypto related. It's fuck, TRVL's at 6. Look at that. It's at 6 cents now. It's mainly to do with my real world business, TRVL. It's not because I think it's the most amazing crypto, because while it is amazing, it's, you know, But I mean, he just shills everything. He's all in. He sells. He's like buys into his meme coins and then he sells them to his followers, and he's got quite a lot of followers. TRVL is at 6 cents, guys. Isn't that exciting? It looks like we're getting a little bit of a pullback here. Look, a little bit of a flip. 5.5 is flipping. And what's interesting with TRVL is against BTC, someone has just bought like a shit ton. It's very liquid. Look, he got badly filled. Literally got badly filled. Look, 100%. Like, I hope he doesn't lose money. Whoever bought that, I hope they don't lose money. But look at that. They've literally, this is why you should never buy when the price is pumping. You should always buy when the price is dipping, because if that person would have bought when the price was going down, they wouldn't have got such a bad fill. Look at that fill. It's a really bad fill. So why would you do that? Right into the point of control. Not a good idea. And actually, why would you do that? Why would you just not set limit orders? Because no one's selling, that's why. Look. Yeah, it only happens when you market buy. When there's not enough volume or liquidity. It's a really bad fill. Look. I can show you how bad it is now. Look at this. I'll show you. I'll pull the volume on these few candles here. To be fair, actually, the point of controls are here. So to be fair, actually, most of the fill was down here. You can see with the point of control, yeah. So even though that candle, he bought it went all the way up, you can see with the volume, most of it was actually down here. So it's not that bad. See that? But what this shows you is that it's extremely illiquid. Yeah. So next time someone buys, there's going to be no liquidity. They won't get filled, and they'll end up buying much higher. Yeah. Does that make sense? So effectively, this order has cleared the order books above the price, and so as people continue buying, the price just goes up quickly. It goes up. Yeah. So yeah, if we continue to be bullish, TRVL is going to go crazy, huh? I'm pretty hyped about this, guys. You don't realize. Like, for a long period of time, people were like, oh my god, TRVL is dead. What's happening to TRVL? And you know, I'm here doing videos about TRVL every day and getting a lot of aggro and grief when the price is dropping. But the reality is that you don't need to do anything except just keep on buying, really. That's it. Just keep on buying. All right, this is really exciting. We're up at the 618 now. What's that got? Let me have a look at Bitcoin. Oh yeah, Bitcoin. You see, that's why. Look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like continuously showing strength. Everything is strong at the moment. What did you want me to have a look at? So you said something. Aspects. Miria. I think I've got Miria here. Oh, not Mavia. You want Miria, huh? Miria. Or Mavia. Miria. Look, even Slurf is pumping, huh? People are like giving up on Slurf, but it's fine. Slurf is fine. You don't really need to do anything in an alt season. You just have to just be patient, wait for higher prices. I'm going to go after this one, yeah, because I want to edit a video, a couple of videos, and I want to post them. You've got really good volume at this low. Look at the volume, really good volume on this week. I don't know why it's dropping. I can't tell you why it's dropping, so I'm going to have a look at coin market cap. $48 million market cap, 2.3 million in volume, and all right, so actually it launched on, so this is not the right chart to use. This one is not the right chart to use. Let me have a look at these other charts. Have a look at these other two. There you go. That's better, isn't it? Even that one. So the OKX one, KuCoin. So they launched an OKX and KuCoin on the same day, didn't they? So this one plus OKX. Let me just join these two charts so we can have an accurate volume. Fuck, I fucked it up. Why did I do that? I must have done something wrong. What have I done wrong? Oh yeah, USDT. There, that's right. Let me just do this again. Okay, that's better. So I've joined the charts up now using OKX and, oh my god, my chart's going crazy, and KuCoin, and that's because it was launched on that time. And we went down, we went up, and now we're back down. It's actually quite bullish. I'll tell you why. Because after you launch, you went down, you cleared the lows. That's not really great, but then you went up and you took the high. So as long as you make an all-time high, you're bullish. It's always bullish to make all-time high. Never think differently. It's always bearish if you're making an all-time low. Always. You keep on making all-time low. This is bearish until it became bullish. Bullish in a, I mean, it's not confirmed bullish, but it's bullish to make the all-time high. What you have here is a V, isn't it? It's a V. It's a really nice V. But what's also happened is the price has come down to clear up all of the volume. Yeah. So all of this leverage volume, whatever, fill all the gaps, and now we're finding a little bit of support. That's what's happening here. So let me just bring it to the daily time frame. Let me just and I don't really know why it went down 23. They launched at a really bad time. They launched when altcoins were falling back and Bitcoin was pumping, and then it started pumping in October. Okay, so the launch timing was pretty bad. That's probably why it dropped. Excuse me. So at the moment you see, look, this is the volume profile of the overall range on these two exchanges, and look, we're finding support on the point of control. You see that? And right now we're getting quite good volume and a good reaction at the point of control. So it looks like, to me, it looks like we're trying to form higher lows here off the bottom of this area, this volume here. That's what it looks like. And if you go to a slightly higher time frame, I can show you that there are kind of potentially there's some waves here, maybe one wave here, maybe another one here. I don't know if maybe this is the last wave here. Yeah, maybe. Without really going into much depth, that's what it looks like. It could be improved, but it kind of went up 1,100%. Yeah, from the beginning to the top here. Why is the top here not there? Because I'm counting waves. I'm just imagining there's a wave 1 here, maybe to there. It doesn't really matter. To there, bit of a correction, an ABC correction here, ABC. Another wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to there, and then this is some kind of ABC, and then you've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is your ABC. This is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here there's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's a little ABC here. Right? You can kind of see it, can't you? Don't really need to go into too much depth. It's pretty obvious what's happening. Then you start correcting, and you've got, I mean, it's pretty standard correction, really. I think it's like this. That's your correction. Now the question is, have we impulse? Is this impulsive? I don't think so. ABC. There's another ABC there, isn't it? Maybe another ABC. Actually, we haven't actually begun the impulse yet. I don't think we have impulse yet. Looking at this, it looks like we're still correcting. But what I do like here is that we're at the point control. There's quite a lot of volume. You see the increase in volume. There's absorption here, and there's a bit of buying here. And it's actually in a good place to buy. It's the best risk to reward. And technically, you don't want to invalidate this wave 1, which is the 0 point here. Technically, it's the best ROI on a trade is somewhere around here, because you have a very defined, easy defined invalidation, which is this low. Whatever happens, you don't want this low to be taken out. This would be terrible. Taking out that low would be terrible, because you're invalidating this impulsive move, and you have to reset. And actually, I think a lot of people would just give up if that happened, because you're putting in an all-time low. Another one after Bitcoin. If you put in an all-time low after Bitcoin puts in an all-time high, then probably dump that token. I don't think it's a good idea to keep hold of that token. So that would be terrible. So you have really easy invalidation. And if this is next one is going to be a wave 3, then your trade here is going to be something like this. Yeah, you see even the 618 goes up to the value area high there. There's quite a good confluence there for the first level of resistance. 1-to-1 will take you there. And if this is if we're going to get an extension here to like a really extended move on the wave 3, then you could go up all the way to the 1.618. That would be your target in this context. So you're basically looking from the current price, your target is 5,600%. That's your target. But you're obviously going to take profit at the 618 here. That's 300%. Then at the 1-to-1, the all-time high, you're going to take profit. Of course you are. That's 1,000% increase in value. You're going to take profit. And then if you have a little bit going and it continues, then when you get to the 1.618, you also take profit. See, that's how you do it. So you have your you work out your trade, you work out your take profits, probably here, here, and here. And then you risk 1%. And the ROI is 1-to-128. That's to the top. That's if you didn't take any profit. But even just to this level here, you have a good ROI. You risk 1% here in this red zone, and you could make 7.4x. Yeah, you risk 1 and you make 7%. Risk 1%, make 7%. Yeah, that's a really good trade, 1 to 7, just based on an invalidation underneath this low. Buying at the point of control, you're trading the wave 1. You take 50% of your trade off here. You run it again, and then the remaining 50% is a 1 to 23, right up to there. You take off another 50% and you can run the rest up to there. That's a 1 to 28. Yeah, so you basically got 3 big take profits. Risk 1%. You can make a shit ton of money on that trade. What is that on KuCoin? See, I don't have KuCoin and I don't have OKX, but I do have Bybit. So actually, I'm going to buy some Miria and Bybit. I could totally do that. And then imagine if it goes up all the way up to there, with $1,000, you can make $56,000 if it ran up all the way to there. If you take profit here, look, up to here, you put 1,000, you make 3,000. Yeah, 300%, right? You put in 1,000, you're at 3,000 here. You take off half, that's 1,500. Okay, and then from here to here, you go up, and then you've got a 24 divided by 2. That's a 12. It's another 12,000. You take off half, they take off 6,000. So you're taking off $1,500, $6,000, and then up here, if you take the rest off, you divide it by 4. So you're looking at a 1 to 30. So another $30,000. $1,000, you can make like $40,000 if you risk 1%. If 1,000 is your 1% and you're taking profit. I mean, I'm talking about, you can do, it doesn't really matter spot or leveraged. When you're leveraging, you're just reflecting spot value without using using a small amount of collateral. Yeah, but when you calculate risk, like if you risk $1,000 here, technically you have to have $100,000 account to risk $1,000. That means if you risk 1,000, that means if the price goes down here, you lose $1,000. That's risking 1,000. Yeah. If you buy spot 1,000 here, you're not risking $1,000. You buy spot here $1,000 here. If it goes down to here, you're down 45%. You're only risking $450. Yeah. So if you buy $1,000 here now, and you get invalidated at the low, you've lost 45% of your investment. That's $450. Yeah, so if you want to make it, does that make sense? Because the invalidation here, it's 44%, 45%. I don't know if that makes any sense, but all right, guys. That's a good one, huh, Miria? I'm looking at Miria and Zeph. These are the 2 ones I need to look at now. All right, guys, I'm going to go and check those 2 out. Zeph and Miria. Zeph is showing some good... look, it's getting good reaction here. It fell under... I should have bought some. Huh? Yeah, I had a look at it here. Look, what are you showing me? Oh, the exchanges. Huh? Bybit, OKX, BitGet. I've got BitGet. Oh, some Gate. Oh, it's on MEX. Okay, good. Oh, there's some more exchanges. All right. I see that, yeah. It's got quite a lot of volume on Bybit though, like 700,000. It's got quite a lot of volume. Miria recently dropped on fears of OKX delisting. Oh, look at that. What's this? but savvy investors know that this dip presents a prime buying opportunity. Here's why. Myriad could soar over 10 cents. Potential 56x from here. 10 cents. Let me see why he says 10 cents. Yeah, that's my target. 11. But that kind of, he's right, huh? That's kind of where I just did that now, huh? And he's basically saying the same thing, huh? Why Myriad could explode. ETH scaling solution. I don't really know what any of this means. But okay. It's basically saying the same things. Alright guys, altcoin RH, that's good to see you. Always good to see you. Altcoin dreaming. I'm gonna get some of that Zephyr now. I just need to kind of figure out how. And anyone else who joined me, thanks for joining me. Just buy the dips, really. Buy the dips and take profit from the highs. I think the best strategy is just to skim a little bit and have some USD and then just look at the coins which you're interested in and kind of buy them. Yeah, so if you see a coin is pumped, you can take some profit. And then if you see a coin is coming into a good place to buy, you can buy some. And then, yeah. Everything's pumping now, huh? Everything is going up. Look, even this shitcoin, see Carbify. The only coin that's not going up is this QuantX. And it will. It will. Eventually it's gonna go crazy. Doge is at 26. Wow, look at that. Doge is at 26. So Doge is finally is at the that's why I said I think Doge is really fucking bullish. Doge is really bullish. It's good to take profit, huh? Right, guys, have a wonderful Sunday. Tomorrow I'm going to be streaming in the morning. Okay, I'm just going to do a nice long stream in the morning and just look at all the tokens again. I am wondering if today, when the weekly candle closes on Bitcoin, we get a little bit of a pullback. I am wondering if Asia gives us a pullback. Yeah, but I don't know, because Asia might be feeling bullish and they might take this up. I don't know. Asia might just feel like taking it higher. It's really hard to know. Huh? There's a little bit of volume coming here on BTC. So a little bit of take profit here. You see that? A little bit of volume. See that? So there's a little bit of take profit here. What you don't want, if you see the value area go like this and the point of control like that, just be aware of that. That actually ends up being quite bearish. Yeah. So as the volume is being put in on this local range, if you suddenly see the point of control right at the top, then just be careful, because that will be your first warning sign. Not always, but most of the time. All right, see you guys. Take care.